I'm not hungry, thank you.
If you're off your food, that is confirmation that there's something wrong with you. And if I had to guess...
Don't feel obliged, please.
I'd say it was your Terence phoning and saying out.
Yeah, well, you're assuming that it's Terence.
Well, all you've got to do is ring it back and find out.
If he's got something to say, he'll come round in his own way. Let him call back.
And if he doesn't...
Then we'll never know, will we?
Oh.
Look, Betty, it's not the way I want it, but it's the way it is. Now, let's not dwell on it, eh?
We've checked the microphones in case you want to use the facilities.
We only come here for the entertainment, Viv. God knows it's not for the food.
I always thought she was a bloke in drag anyway. It's a wonder anybody comes in.
It's not my fault they can't see the funny side.
Oh, ha-ha! The funny side of public humiliation, right. What's up with you anyway? Been flapping around like a scalded cat all morning.
We're busy.
We're always busy. You're plotting something, aren't you? I can tell.
Go back to the wool pack. Stop juggling with your optics.
I'm going. The trusty hope antennae are twitching, though. I know you too well.
If it's like that in here, what's it going to be like at work?
So you got a few shouts last night. Hardly a surprise, eh, considering the shock they got. I don't see why they should care.
You do. Tell by your face.
There's nothing to do with me, is it?
I should be getting going.
I've been looking for you.
I'll leave you to it if you want.
Why? I've got another announcement to make.
I'm going to be late as well.
Sorry, I knew I was gay. I didn't realise I was a leper.
Oi! Oh, John! Oh, I'll never make the appointment at this rate.
Oh, you'll be fine. You don't want to be going in there all wound up anyway.
I have to be wound up in the first place to need the counselling.
Oh, Alan. Steph needs to go to Hotton. How are you fixed?
I don't see why not.
Fabulous. I'd been waiting all day for that next bus.
Anywhere specific?
Counselling session, if that's all right.
Well, as long as it's helping you sort yourself out, that's all I'm concerned with.
See you later. Thanks, Dad.
You know you don't expect miracles from your children, but neither do you expect them to make your life a misery long after they're supposed to have grown up.
One bad lot I can understand. Alan's gone too.
I know it worked, thanks. But what happens when his kids get here and see that Bob's all right?
Well, once they're here, it won't matter. The end will have justified the means.
Couldn't you have said he was senile or something? People would have believed that.
Desperate times, pet. I might do bad things, but it's always for a good cause. Anyway, how's he taking the news about his ever-extending family?
We haven't had a chance to discuss it in detail.
Mum, best dresses are on the phone from Hotton. They want to talk sizes.
Tell them I'll be 1 minute.
I said small, but perfectly formed. So they just need yours now.
You mean you haven't told him?
I'm working on it. Once again, a past Mrs. Hope produces a little hope, just to remind the current Mrs. Hope there's no more hope of any more hopes.
Will you tell that Kelly that I nearly put one of her so-called frocks in the kitchen drawer last week? 'Cause I thought it were a doily.
Life does have its little bonuses, I suppose. How's Alan, by the way?
Oh, it's all over the place. It's all this doings with their Terence.
Well, the son. Thought nobody had seen him for years.
Oh, somebody rung up yesterday and they put the phone down before they said that. I'm sure it was him. It's a long story, any road. You'd have to ask Alan.
Sounds as if it might be better just calling him back. Get it over with. Oh, check any elastic bands you come across.
What?
Might be underwear.
Oh. Hello. I wonder if you could tell me exactly where you are located.
What time are you setting off? Right, well, I'll see you about tea time then. All right, bye.
Simon?
You sound a pig sick.
Maybe he's just tired. If so, I know exactly how he feels.
Either that or he's sick about having to come home.
Feel free to leave if I'm still an embarrassment.
What, you interested in talking to me now, are you? Shame you weren't before.
What is it with you at times? Anybody would think I'd done it to you, not Ivan.
Switch the mics off in the gents, can you, Marlon? If I need any paper, I'll just shout.
Grow up.
It's done, mate. Just forget about it. There's nothing you can do about it now anyway. And you know what? It's not such a big deal in the long run, is it?
It is to some people.
Well, yes, you in particular, obviously.
I just don't get it. I'm your sister, and you didn't even tell me. What's all that about, eh? All that intrigue and blocking doors off. Oh, no, you can't come in here, sorry. And then, oops, Thelma Louise's finest hour.
You think I intended it?
You wonder Ivan's staying out your way. I mean, you can't just force someone to be gay because you fancy him, you know. And you go on about how cruel it is, people being outed, but you don't mind doing it yourself.
It's not like I left the damn mic switched on purpose, for God's sake. And what am I supposed to do? Not have feelings because Ivan can't trust his?
You could have let him have a say in it.
Nicola, what is up with you? All right, a couple have a row in a pub. It's not like it's never happened before, is it? All right, there are one or two slight variations, but even so...
Mind your own business, you.
Gladly.
Is that what you're doing?
I am now.
Where are you going?
Shopping. I need therapy.
You're not kidding.
Alan, now I know you're going to say I'm interfering, but I don't want you getting all worked up about this phone call only.
If Terence wants to call...
I rang that phone number back. I know. I should have said, but I've done it now. And happen it's a good job that I did. He's in a men's hostel in Hull. I mean, what if he's in some kind of bother?
The call came from there. It doesn't mean he's living there. And what about bedsit?
Well, the chap that answered said he's been coming and going for a fortnight. Alan, you can't just leave it.
Letting me into the car does constitute progress, I suppose.
Well, I can tell you've spent the morning with a counsellor.
Well, that's the sort of thing we do, you see. We look for the positive, no matter how well hidden.
And you don't turn someone's life upside down overnight and expect them to just accept it.
Trouble is, with all this going on, I feel I've neglected you. Well, us. We haven't seen much of each other lately.
I'm still here.
And I really appreciate it, Adam. I know it isn't easy. Especially for you, putting up with me.
Hey. Like I said, I'm still here.
Honey, I'm home!
What you been doing?
Well, either a bomb's dropped or she's focusing her cleaning attention elsewhere.
Well, that's my afternoon organised for me, isn't it, eh?
Hang on, I'll get my coat off.
Mum, I'll manage on my own for once, OK? That way, if I make a pig's ear of anything, I know it's my fault.
I've had more than enough stag do's for one lifetime, but if pushed, I reckon Newcastle might make a good night. Plus, it holds romantic memories.
Drunken fat blokes and girls with hardly any kit on.
That sounds like a proper stag do, that.
I think we need to go in the back room.
Not before the wedding night, surely.
So,
Now.
Come on, you're making me nervous now.
Josh and Carly are coming to the wedding. It's all sorted.
How have you managed that?
Not without some difficulty, but we're going to that later on.
Oh, that's fantastic! You're a star!
Not only that, there seems to be just one or two little issues that need looking into.
Little issues like what?
Vonda has got a daughter.
Oh, Good for her. But that slowed down her dancing career a bit. Still, who's told you that?
Oh, just yet another one of your many childbearing ex-wives. It's yours.
What?
Vonda's daughter. I wonder how many others you got running around out there we don't even know about.
I didn't think you'd be back yet.
Why? Were you going to tidy up?
Looks like you've already done it.
Simon thought he'd surprise you.
Yeah, you know, while you were out shopping and spending our hard-earned money that can't go on anything but the house and the mortgage.
Hey! So you come waltzing back in here from your little jaunt to Scarborough and start shouting the odds at me. I've been working.
What do you think I've been doing? Sorting out other people's mess as usual. Isn't that right, Mother? It's been a nightmare. I thought I'd come back to escape from it.
It's only a few pots, Simon.
Yeah, a week's worth. And the washing and the bin bags not put out. I wouldn't care, but I rang you to say we were coming home.
Oh, so I just drop everything, do I? Just so my lord and master doesn't get offended by a few pots in the sink?
Why don't you both just calm down and start again?
Too late. Here. You can clear them up and all. Give you something else to moan about.
I've led a very complicated life, Marlon. This is just another loose end dangling from the unfathomable knot that is the Bob Hope story.
Loose end might not be the best image there, Bob.
Hey, no more brandy. I'm not carrying you on again.
I may float, Vivian. Oh, my head's gone all light. I can't believe you even went to see Barbara in the first place.
Neither can I.
See, I'm still trying to figure out whether this is good news or bad news.
Well, I'm not. I reckon these women are winding me up on purpose.
I need to know who, where, when, what... I mean, what's she called for a start?
Roxy. And that's about all I know.
Roxy!
And I get the feeling Barbara doesn't know much more either, so you're going to have to go and ask her yourself.
Oh, she hates me.
You know, it's just occurred to me that I'm actually marrying into all this.
Right. How many's that I've got now? Dawn, Jamie, Josh, Carly, Roxy.
Oh, it don't look much, does it?
Well, I suppose it does if you want a bed for the night.
Oh, how has he come to this, Alan?
Well, if he's in there, we'll be able to ask him, won't we?
That's me finished for the day, Edna. If you want to get off, you can. I'll lock up.
Isn't it a bit early for going?
Not if we're done. You're talking to me here, not our Matthew. Here he is. AC/DC. Had a rough day, mate.
I managed, thanks.
I bet you didn't know which way to turn.
Is it necessary?
Oh, that's really original, Jimmy. I'm impressed.
So, you're not actually a full-time puff. You just help them out when they're busy.
Just need these sheets signed and then I'll leave you alone.
Why, don't you like me aftershave?
Why, what's up? You need a few tips?
No. But you'll need a few new teeth if you don't watch your mouth.
Or, but there's an industrial tribunal somewhere that'd be well impressed with that, boss.
Do you mind not arguing in here, please? People's sexual preferences are their own business. I don't remember you being a beacon of morality on that score, if you don't mind my saying. I suggest that you take no notice.
Who put you in charge?
I'm trying, Edna. It's not easy when the entire village has got an opinion and they all want to make sure I've heard it. Thanks, love.
People come and go all the time in these places, Alan. Why don't we give it another half hour?
No, I should be getting you back.
Oh, I don't mind waiting.
Dad?
Just goes to show. You can't always tell. I mean, I can usually spot them, but Ivan, he really had me fooled. He had everyone fooled.
Which is why I don't think Paul should trust him. It's not 5 minutes since he was besotted with that Tony from behind the bar.
We've all got our little whims once that bedroom door closes.
Far be it from me to judge, but not caring whether you're at it with Arthur or Martha is not what I'd call a little weird.
You really need to get with it, Rodney.
I'll manage without it, thanks. Especially for the moment.
I'll apologise for the spectacle, but that's it.
If you wish to embarrass yourself in public, Paul, fine. But I'd rather not have to intervene in future, if you don't mind.
Good job you did. Because if you'd made up, well, we really didn't want to hear that.
How you two have the nerve to talk about public embarrassment. Give me a break. You manage it just sitting next to each other.
We've yet to broadcast a stand-up row from the toilets, Paul. However, point taken. Let's not pursue it, eh? Drink?
You can get me one.
Looks like your own, Rodney.
Right, this'll do you for a cuppa. But you two go on, because I've noticed a charity shop round the corner, and I thought I'd just nip in and have a look. You know.
I'll wait here till you come back. We won't be long. You know, right, just turning up.
Oh, but you can phone and hang up without saying anything.
Thought I had something to say. And then I thought, what's the point?
Say it now.
I'm not even sure I can remember what it was.
No rush.
Are you just going to lie there all night and sulk? Because if you are, I'm going out.
I believe there's a pub just up the street.
Well, I suggest you go there yourself then and try and sort things out with your fiancé.
Mum, don't suggest anything, all right? Preferably ever again. Because every time you do, I end up having to clear up after you. Everything that has gone wrong is down to your lying.
I didn't do bad things on purpose.
No, because you can't help yourself, can you? Maybe if you'd actually engaged your brain before lying, it would still have a firm. Our Bonnie would have somewhere to live. Me and Nicola wouldn't spend half our lives arguing. We'd probably be married by now.
Whoa, hold on. I'm not taking any responsibility for that one. You're the one that kept putting it off, so don't throw that at me, lad.
Thought you were going out.
I can see it now. I'm going to be sitting there tomorrow while my mum pretends to ask me which dresses I like and then decides for me before I can even open my mouth.
Listen, we can get married in the nude, for all I care. You look fantastic. I'm not sure about me, but still.
Who cares anyway? Not when all these other daughters keep springing up all over the place.
I think I need another brandy.
What did Barbara say?
Oh, words of a hostile nature.
How many?
Just the two, but over and over again. And then something about not wanting to be rude to a man in my condition, but she just couldn't help it.
So, what now?
What do you mean, what now? I've got a child to trace. Into Paul, the internet, whatever it takes. I want her at the wedding. The missing piece of the Hope jigsaw.
What about Viv?
Well, she's been acting in a very strange way.
What's new there, then?
It's hardly surprising, isn't it, when a future ex-husband's got kids popping up all over the shop. As a prospective father-in-law, Bob, I have to say you make a crap role model.
Shouldn't that be future ex-husband-to-be? No, wait, hang on.
Roxy. Yeah, it's beginning to grow on me.
Listen, sorry if I was a bit off before. No, serious. Just don't take it out on me and Rodney, eh?
You really are picking your friends now, aren't you?
Excuse me? We were having a civilised conversation?
Well, that'll be a first for you, then.
Nicola, come back when you've got over your foul mood, will you? Just ignore her. She's been at it all day.
Oh, I can. It's whether you can.
I'm trying, but it's not easy.
Anyway, just so you know, I'll still speak to you.
What about him?
Oh, I'll work on him. Don't you worry.
20 years is a long time between phone calls, Dad. I mean, what do you say? Hello, it's me. I was just wondering how you were getting on.
That would be a start.
It was a mistake. Shouldn't have done it.
Well, I thought I could never get a relationship going again with Steph. Sorry, Mary. But I was wrong. It wasn't easy. but it was worth it. When I say it wasn't easy.
So, where's she ended up then?
In Emmerdale. 50 hours away from me. Crazy as it sounds, it's a long story.
Oh, it always is with her. What happened to Mary, anyway?
Oh, she's a strange girl. Has to be stiff these days.
How's she getting on?
See? You should have stayed on the phone.
Yeah, well, I didn't, did I? And maybe you'd have been better off staying in your nice little village with your nice, quiet life, because I'm telling you, Dad, you might have found room in it for Steph, or whatever she calls herself now. She's Mary to me, and she always will be. But you do not want me in there. No way.
Shall I come back in a bit?
No, I'm off now, love. Nice meeting you.
We're going to leave it at that?
You should have saved your petrol, Dad.
That's not what I'm interested in. It's you and me, here and now. Not what's happened in the past or how much money I've spent on some damn petrol.
Well, either way, you're wasting your time. We're both better off where we are. A long way from one another.